Okay, this one, in this task, this is also very important. When you do this kind of Visual Basic coding, and when you run it, inside the coding, you want to keep some kind of record, and you want to use that one for later, okay, whatever it is. So when you make this code, we actually calculated how many blank cells within that given range, right? But we never use this one, right? We only count it, but that's it, right? So in this task, we want to use that, okay? So a lot of times when you run this kind of code, you want to see some kind of outputs about that results, right? Okay, so you need to count it in the middle of this coding, and later you want to show it. Okay, so this is how it works. Please understand, this part is only for when you get the error message, right? When you get the error, right? So the actual ends, if it's run really nicely, then it's going to end at this line, right? So just before that, we want to add something here, okay? And that is from our lecture note. It's going to be like this, right? Once again, no extra lines, and it's better to have like this, okay? So starting from this one and that here, that's the new lines, right? This much we include in there. So if you want, maybe it's better to have indent there, right? Okay. So it's going to be much clearer. So after run through everything and rearrange the whole data, then this happens. If route tr whatever is greater than 1, then we want to do this. So we want to actually see a message box, okay? And this macro has output blah 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 like that. It found that many blank cells, okay? And of course these are just numbers, so you just put blank cells, right? And this underscore is just carry over in this Visual Basic, but we are going to get as a whole one line, right? Okay? In here. And if it's not, so if that value is not greater than 1, so like just 1 or something like that, then message box says no lines output, okay? And yes and no, you just user click that one, right? Okay, so that's the one. Let me just run it. Within here, because we don't want to talk about the error at this moment, so run it. So like that, right? This macro may overwrite cells starting this random zone, right? So the range shows. Do you want to continue? Yes. Then it just run through the whole thing, right? And it shows the last kind of cell of that rearranged area, and it opens this message box, says with a title, this macro has output 66 lines starting from 2, right, not 1, so 60 lines, and it found 6 blank cells. So it gives to the user some information from this running code part, right? So this is a nice way to check for certain things. So click OK. Let's go back to there. So let me just bring up here, and this is another nice kind of parts. And even you could use that kind of number for something else later, right? Okay, if you need it, then in that case you have to make it public, not inside here. Okay, so you have to make that a variable public. We're going to cover that later.